Hello dear students, I welcome all of you in this today's lecture. Yesterday, our last lecture, we have discussed about the different component of DNA or nucleic acids that are pentose sugars, nitrogenous bases and phosphoric acid. How they form a linkage between us, glycosidic linkage or phosphodiester bond. All these we have discussed earlier. Now we have to discuss about the what are nucleosides or nucleotides, how the polypeptide chain can be formed by using these different components. Here, what are nucleosides? It is nothing but a common nucleosides are a compound in which nitrogenous bases, whether it is purine or pyrimidine, are conjugated to the pentose sugar, whether it is ribose or deoxyribose, by a glycosides linkage. Nucleoside, it is again another structure in which nitrogenous bases form a bond with pentose sugar molecule, whether it nitrogen bases, whether it is adenine, guanine, thymine, cytosine, uracil, whether it is purine or pyrimidine, and pentose sugar, whether it is ribose sugar or deoxyribose sugar. They form a linkage with sugar molecule and nitrogen bases, and that structure combinedly form is called as a nucleoside. There is an absence of phosphoric acid molecule. Means when nitrogen bases form a glycosidic beta glycosidic linkage with sugar molecule, that structure is called as nucleosides. The nucleosides are named for the particular purine or pyrimidine present, on the basis of which type of bases, nitrogen base, purine or pyrimidine is present in that particular linkage. That nucleosides is given a particular name. Okay, so it is if there is present adenine, it have a separate name. If there is a presence of guanine, it has another name. We have a chart. The beta glycosidic linkage involves the beta glycosidic linkage. That means it is a linkage between nitrogenous bases and pentose sugar, and that linkage is called as glycosidic linkage. The glycosidic linkage involves C1 carbon molecule of sugar, that is pentose sugar, and hydrogen atom of N9 in purine bases. In purine, while discussing about the purine and pyrimidine structure, in pyrimidine structure it is a hexagonal 6 carbon. There are 6 molecules are present, while in case of purine there are 9 molecules are present. In that case, in case of purine, N9 nitrogen of that purine base, it form a bond with first carbon of the pentose sugar, while in case of N1 in the pyrimidine base, thus eliminating a molecule of water. Here water molecule is lost. How that glycosidic linkage is formed between pentose sugar and nitrogen bases, we have to discuss. In this case, first carbon, that is pentose sugar, first carbon of sugar molecule, whether it is ribose or deoxyribose sugar, first carbon form a bond with 9th position nitrogen molecule of purine base and first position of nitrogen, that is pyrimidine base, and form a structure by removal of a hydrogen molecule. Therefore, the purine nucleosides are N9 glycosides. That's why purine nucleotides are called as N9 glycosides, while pyrimidine nucleosides are called as N1 glycosides. As their 9th position and first position involved for the bond formation, that's why they are called as N9 glycosides or N1 glycosides. Here, on the basis of presence of which nitrogen molecule is nitrogen base is present, that nucleosides are given a separate name. These are the ribose sugar containing molecule which are present in the RNA. In case of DNA, deoxyribose sugar molecule. These are on the basis of sugar molecule, which sugar molecule is present. However, these are the ribonucleotides and these are the deoxyribonucleotides. So, if there is a adenine is present which form a glycosidic bond with the ribose sugar, that nucleoside is called as adenine ribonucleosides. In case of guanine, it is called as guanine ribonucleosides. In case of cytosine, it is called as cytosine ribonucleosides. Thymine ribonucleosides. Uracil ribonucleosides. In tribal name, they are called as adenosine, guanosine, cytidine, thymidine, uridine. Okay, and in short form or abbreviation AR, GR, CR, PR, UR are used. While in case of deoxyribonucleosides, if adenine is present, that called as adenine deoxyribonucleosides. In case of guanine, guanine deoxyribonucleoside, thymine deoxyribonucleoside, cytosine deoxyribonucleosides, uracil deoxyribonucleosides, and deoxyadenosine, guanosine, if they are present, they are considered to be they are nucleosides. Now we move further towards nucleotides. Nucleotides is nothing but are the phosphoric acid ester of nucleosides. Here, phosphoric acid molecule form a phosphoric ester in that nucleosides molecule, and that combined structure is called as nucleotides. Here, nitrogenous bases, phosphoric acids, and pentose sugar, all three molecules are present. That's why that complete structure is called as nucleotides. These occur either in the free form or as a subunit in the nucleic acids, polymer of nucleotides. They singly may be present in the cell or they form a subunit in case of polymer chains. In ribose moiety of a ribonucleosides, phosphorylation is possible only at C2, C3 and C5 position, since C1 and C4 are involved in the furanous ring formation. In case of ribonucleosides, where ribose sugar and nitrogenous bases are present, in that case only second position carbon molecule, third position carbon molecule and fifth position carbon molecule are present for the phosphorylation, because C1 and C4, as C1 is involved in the glycosidic bond formation and C4 is involved in the furanous ring formation by forming a bond with the oxygen molecule. That's why in case of ribonucleosides, phosphorylation can be take place only at second carbon, third carbon and fifth carbon position. And we in case of ribonucleosides, phosphorylation can be take place as second position, third position and fifth position, as they have three molecules. While in case of C1 molecule, it is involved in the glycosidic linkage formation with the nitrogenous bases, and that fourth molecule is involved in the furanous ring formation. That's why in case of ribonucleosides, only second, third and fifth carbon molecule is involved in the phosphorylation process. While in the case of deoxyribonucleosides, only two positions, that is C3 and C5, are available for phosphorylation. Here, in case of ribonucleosides, that means pentose sugar, ribose sugar, three positions are involved in the available for the phosphorylation. While in case of deoxyribose sugar, only two positions, C3 and C5, are available for the phosphorylation. As here, second carbon molecule which lost or which doesn't have an oxygen molecule, that's why you can say that sugar molecule is deoxyribose sugar. So that's why that second position carbon molecule is absent for phosphorylation. Since in this sugar C1 and C4 are involved in the furanous ring and C2 does not bear a hydroxyl group. That's why in case of deoxyribose sugar, phosphorylation can take place only at third carbon and fifth carbon. So these are the basic information about nucleotides where the phosphorylation can be take place. Here the complete structure of nitrogenous nucleotides. Pentose sugar, phosphoric acid, we have a PO4 structure. This is a sugar molecule, pentose sugar you can say, and it is a nitrogenous basis, and it is a purine base, purine adenine base. Okay, it contains 9 carbon, 9 elements, 9 molecules. In that case, first carbon molecule form a glycosidic bond with N9 of that purine nitrogenous base. First carbon of deoxyribose sugar and N9 carbon of the nitrogen of the purine base. While these are the three molecules which can be available for phosphorylation. Here it doesn't have an oxygen molecule. Here we can carry out the phosphorylation process can be carried out, or at that position phosphorylation process can be carried out. It is single nucleotide structure, as there is addition of another nitrogenous bases, that C3 carbon of that carbon sugar can form a structure or it goes to the phosphorylation, and another phosphoric acid can be joined to that pentose sugar bond. So in that case, bonding between nitrogenous bases, pentose sugar and phosphoric acid can be carried out. So it is nothing but a glycosidic linkage, and that structure is called as phosphorylation of it is a ester bond between pentose sugar and phosphoric acid, and the complete structure it is called as nucleotide, and it is a single adenine nucleotide. Okay. Here are the common nucleotides which are normally present. In case of adenine, we are discussing about the ribose sugar or ribonucleotides. If adenine nitrogen base is present, it is named as adenosine 5 monophosphate, guanosine monophosphate, cytidine monophosphate, uridine 5' monophosphate. Here only these are the complete name of that particular nucleotides, and in case of tribal name they are called as adenylate acid, as there is the addition of phosphoric acid molecule. They are adenylate acid, guanylate acid, cytidinic acid, uridinic acid, and in case of abbreviation they are called as AMP, GMP, CMP, UMP. Okay. Adenosine monophosphate, guanosine monophosphate, cytidine, uridine. In case of deoxyribose nucleotides, deoxyadenosine 5 monophosphate, deoxyguanosine 5' monophosphate, deoxycytidine monophosphate, deoxythymidine monophosphate, deoxyadenylate acid in travel name, and DMP, DGMP, DCMP, DTMP. If that AMP, GMP, CMP, UMP, if we found, we can say these are the ribose nucleotides. In case of, we can say they are deoxyribose nucleotides. So it is nothing but a common nucleotides and nucleosides which are normally present, or we can discuss in all future theoretical structure. So it is nothing but a basic idea about molecular structure of DNA. In next lecture we will discuss about the structure of DNA and how their different molecular properties of DNA taken. That's we have to discuss in replication mechanism.